welcome back. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day weekend, and to all my mothers out there, happy late Mother's Day. I hope you guys had a great Mother's Day and enjoyed it with your kids. Other than that, I wanted to film a look today. I wanted it to be a little bit bronzy. I didn't really know what kind of way I was going with it, but I just got in the Flutter lashes in Intoxicating, which is what I have on right now, and also this weekend I picked up the NYX Liquid Suede in Sandstorm. So I knew I wanted to incorporate both of those. So I hope you guys like the way this makeup look turned out. I am in love with this. This is a great dupe for Kat Von D Bow and Arrow. I have them swatched right here. They're a little bit different, but I mean, you can get away with them. If you don't want to spend the money on Bow and Arrow, go ahead and go with this. This one right here is Sandstorm, and this one's Bow and Arrow. Bow and Arrow is a little bit darker. It looks a lot darker in my swatch. But on the lips, you really cannot tell. They're almost the same. I also picked up this in Stone Fox, which is like a blue-gray kind of color. So if you guys want to see a cool tutorial with this, let me know. I would love to use this. I've been dying for like a blue liquid lipstick. It's this one right here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Comment, like, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, so I just want to start off by saying I wanted to do a hair tutorial with this video, and I'm just so stupid. I left my camera on for a couple days, so I only charged my battery enough for me to do a tutorial for you guys, so I will do a hair tutorial in my next video. Anyways. Hey guys, so to start off, I'm going to be going in with MAC Soft Ochre to prime my eyelids with a Morphe M173. Once I blend this out, I'm going to go ahead and set it, but you can use any translucent powder. I'm going to be using Airspun, and you can use any brush that you want as well. Then I'm going to be going in with MAC Pigment in Naked. You can technically use any shadow that you want to highlight your brow bone, but I just wanted to use this. It's a very soft and natural shimmer shadow. Then I'm going to be going back into my Jaclyn Hill favorite palette with this. It's a cool tone brown. I'm going to be using this as my transition shade with a Sigma E40. I'm just going to be going back and forth, blending this into my crease and buffing it out with windshield wiper motions and circular motions. You just do this until you build up the intensity that you want. Then once I am done blending with this color, I'm going to go in with a Morphe M200 and with a shade just a tad darker than that same shade, and I'm going to go deeper into the crease and just blend that out back and forth. I know that it looks a little bit choppy right now, but we're going to handle that later. So you just want to blend a little bit lower than that other transition shade just because you want that gradients. Then you're going to go back in with that Sigma E40 and just buff everything out so you don't have any harsh lines. Then going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, you're going to be taking this darker brown right here. They're all in the same color family, so that's going to create a really nice gradient effect. So with this Sigma E25, you're going to be packing onto the outer corner of your lid and into the inner corner of your lid, kind of creating a halo effect. Then you're going to buff that into the lower crease just to blend everything out. Then we're going to go in with the Morphe M330, and you're going to do the same thing and just buff that same shadow into the crease, just blending everything out and deepening up the shades. You're basically going to be seeing me do the same steps over and over, just packing on until I get the intensity that I want with that shadow. So I'm just going to pack in the outer corner, pack in the inner corner, and then blend out into the crease, just so everything blends out really seamlessly. This brush right here is very tapered at the end, so it's perfect into getting that lower crease and not going too high because it tapers off into a skinny little point, I guess you can say. But you're basically just going to be blending it right here. I'm blending it into like kind of a wing shape. You're just going to be blending, 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 and basically until your hands fall off. Then with no additional product, I'm going to be going back into the other brushes that we use just to blend everything out so we don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm going to go back in with that first transition shade with the Sigma E40 and just blend out the top crease and blend everything in together. Okay, so this next step totally messed up with my camera. It cut off and it missed the most important part, but basically I'm going in with MAC pigment and out all night. And I'm using Fix Plus on a Morphe M167 brush, and I'm going to be packing it onto the lid. The purpose of the Fix Plus is just to intensify the color and bring it out. This color is really beautiful. It looks a little bit gold on camera, but in person it's a bronzy kind of a green undertone, and it's so pretty. So you're just going to pack it on with the pigment and the Fix Plus, and I promise you it's going to look beautiful. I'm so sorry that my camera cut off. So in this step, I'm using a Morphe M169, and I'm using that dark chocolate color, and I'm just packing it onto the outer corner and blending it all in just to deepen it up a little bit. Then I'm going back in with that tapered brush and blending everything out so we don't have any harsh lines. Okay, so I applied lashes and liner off camera. These are the Flutter lashes in Intoxicating. They're gorgeous. So here I'm going in with the Aquaphor Lip Balm just to prep our lips for lipstick later. Then I'm going to be applying the Tarte Sunscreen just because I'm going to be out in the sun, so I don't want to get burned or anything like that. Then I'm going in with the Maybelline Pore Eraser, and this thing like really does work. It's not a gimmick. It erased all my pores when I applied my foundation. So we're just prepping our skin. Then I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I'm going to be applying this with the Sephora Luminous Drops. I just wanted to try something a little bit different for a glowy effect. It didn't work too well, but I don't think I put enough luminous drops in it, but we'll see next time I try it. So I'm going to be applying this to the outer portion of my face and blending it out with the Beauty Blender. Then I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Forever foundation stick. I'm still playing around with this foundation stick to see if I like it. The last couple times I've worn it, it worked really well, but I think the first 2 times I wore it, it just made me a sweaty mess. So I think it just depends on my skin, on what it is like outside that day, as in like the weather, the humidity, being in Florida. But I'm just going to blend that out. I do like the coverage it gives you. It's definitely full coverage and it covers a lot, so I definitely like that. So I know my face looks a little bit white right now, but I promise you I will fix that later with some bronzer. It's better to go lighter than it is to go darker in foundation. Okay, so going in with this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector has definitely become a favorite of mine. I love the way this looks under my eyes and how creamy it is. I'm using a Morphe M224, and with this I'm dabbing it out into a triangle shape underneath my eye, and then I'm going to blend it out using a Beauty Blender. Then going in with Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, I'm going to highlight my T-zone, my nose, above my lip, my chin, and underneath my eyes. This concealer is a little bit too light for underneath my eyes, so you'll see me mixing it with a darker concealer with the same brand of Maybelline, just so it can blend out a little bit better and I don't look so white on my face. I feel like I look so white right now, but I promise you it's going to look better. So just blend that out. Once we dab that out underneath my eyes and everywhere else, I'm going to take my Airspun and I'm going to set underneath my eyes and my face. Oh my god, I cannot speak. I'm going to go ahead and set everything that I highlighted, basically. You just want to make sure you dab it out before you use any kind of translucent powder, because if you don't and you have creases, you're basically going to be setting your creases, if that makes any kind of sense. So I know I said this in my last video, but I actually am really loving this Airspun. For the price and the drugstore, it's literally amazing. It gives you such an airbrush finish. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey on your face whatsoever. I am definitely loving this powder. So I'm going to be taking a Sigma Duo stippling brush and just buffing everything away and buffing it all around my face. So I'm kind of setting my face at the same time, preparing my face for bronzer and all that good jazz. So I'm going to be going in with a Makeup Forever bronzer. I believe this is in the shade 25i. I might be wrong. I'm just going to take this e.l.f. blush brush and go ahead and start contouring my face a little bit. I'm going to contour my forehead, my cheekbones, underneath my jawline, my nose, you know, the typical contouring spots that you want to do. Then after I am done contouring a little bit, I am going to go into my Benefit Cheekathon palette and take Hoola and just go ahead with a Morphe M527 brush, I believe, and just bronze up the rest of my face. Basically, I'm going to bronze up my entire face considering my foundation is so light. I really need to get to the store and buy me a new foundation for the summertime. I'm literally soaking my face in this bronzer. So I'm going to go back into the Cheekathon palette and I'm going to mix Coralista, and I forgot what that other one was called, Dandelion, I don't know, I might be wrong, but I'm taking that nude shade and mixing it with Coralista for blush, and I'm using a Sigma contouring angled contour brush to do my blush. Wow, what a tongue twister. So now I'm going in with the Morphe M501, I believe it is, or no, it's M510, and I'm using Mary Luminizer by the Balm and highlighting my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and a little bit in the center of my forehead, just because I want to have this bronzy, glowy effect with this look, since it's basically centered around the eyeshadow. I'm also going to take a pencil brush by Sigma and just highlight my inner tear duct with the Balm, the Mary Luminizer by the Balm. Then going back into the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette with that same pencil brush we used earlier, I'm going to take all those transition shades and just buff those into my lower lash line just to smoke it out a little bit. I've never been too hardcore of a fan of smoking it out a lot, so I just do it just a little bit just to do just a little bit of a jazz. Then I'm taking this small definer brush with the dark chocolate and I'm buffing that into the outer part of my lash line, and then taking this brush and just blending everything out. Then going in with the Maybelline Great Lash, an old school but a goodie. Then onto the lips, you're going to want to take off that Aquaphor just so your liquid lipstick will become matte. Here I'm going in with the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Sandstorm. What a beautiful nude shade. I am loving this lip. This can go with any dramatic look, even a basic look. It's just so pretty. It can go with anything. And I'm loving the formula as well. It's so comfortable. And if you want to build this up, this is definitely pretty similar to Kat Von D Bow and Arrow. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to finish my face off with some primer water. Then I decided I kind of wanted to add some gloss, so I went in with NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brûlée. This paired together is so beautiful. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!